Section number 5, Romanticism and Naturalism. Welcome back to styles and epochs of art that influenced landscape architecture and garden design. This series is a special project by LASD Studio. Landscape architecture, sustainability, and design, offering thoughtful, site-specific design services around the world. Visit us at lasstudio.com to learn more. In the 18th century, gardens broke free from rigid symmetry. Straight lines and clipped hedges gave way to rolling hills, serpentine lakes, and horizons that felt endless. Romanticism and naturalism were not just new styles of gardening. They were new ways of thinking about humanity's relationship with nature. For the first time, landscapes were designed not to dominate nature, but to create the feeling of being immersed within it. The English landscape movement began with William Kent and Charles Bridgeman. Inspired by the paintings of Claude Lorrain and Nicolas Poussin, they sought to bring the ideal landscape to life. At Stowe and Rousham, winding paths revealed scenes framed like canvases, temples glimpsed through trees, bridges over shimmering water. It was as though you were walking through a painting. And hidden engineering made it all possible. The invention of the ha-ha, a sunken barrier that allowed grazing animals to be kept out while the eye saw nothing but uninterrupted green. Then came Lancelot Capability Brown, the man who would reshape more than 170 estates across Britain. His genius was not in ornament, but in sculpting entire valleys, damming streams into great serpentine lakes, and planting sweeping belts of trees. Brown's landscapes appeared pastoral and effortless, but every curve of turf and every mirrored reflection was carefully calculated. His work turned private estates like Blenheim and Petworth into living visions of abundance, designed to impress both landowners and their guests with a sense of natural grandeur. By the late 18th century, some critics wanted more drama. Writers such as William Gilpin and Uvedale Price argued for the picturesque, landscapes with roughness, variety, and sudden contrasts. Humphry Repton carried this debate into practice. His famous red books showed hand-painted overlays with before and after views of his designs. In them, a flat meadow might transform into a dynamic scene with groves, valleys, and water features. Repton not only shaped land, he shaped the way clients imagined it. The English style soon swept across Europe. In Germany, the Dessau-Wörlitz garden realm became an Enlightenment project, a vast educational park open to the public. In France, Ermenonville turned into a pilgrimage site when Rousseau's tomb was set on its island, while Paris's Parc Monceau blended playful follies, Chinese bridges, and romantic monuments. These landscapes expressed new values: education, memory, freedom, and a deeper intimacy with nature. Across the Atlantic, the Romantic spirit took root in America. The first rural cemeteries, such as Mount Auburn in Massachusetts, blended picturesque topography with botanical collections. They were at once burial grounds, public gardens, and places of reflection. Landscape writer Andrew Jackson Downing spread these ideas widely, preparing the way for the great age of American public parks. It was Frederick Law Olmsted, working with Calvert Vaux, who gave the movement its democratic vision. After visiting Birkenhead Park in Liverpool, one of the first parks open to all people, Olmsted declared that landscapes should be for the enjoyment of the people. From that inspiration came Central Park in New York, followed by Prospect Park in Brooklyn and the Emerald Necklace in Boston. These parks combined pastoral meadows, picturesque woodlands, and formal promenades. Landscapes designed not for the privileged few, but for the health, leisure, and community of all. Romanticism and naturalism borrowed the language of art to reimagine nature. And today, we borrow their language once again. But we go further, designing landscapes that do more than imitate beauty. We create systems that heal soils, restore biodiversity, and adapt to climate. Not fragile pictures frozen in time, but living processes that endure and evolve. If you enjoyed this journey, like, subscribe, and join us for more. This series is a special project by LASD Studio. landscape architecture, sustainability, and design, offering thoughtful, site-specific design services around the world. Visit us at laststudio.com to learn more. Let's keep walking together through the living history of landscape, where art, nature, and the human spirit continue to meet.